I'm Bill Leeper, Billleeper, Sheriff, Nassau County. Last night, shortly before midnight, our 911 Communications Center received a call from an individual who lived at Surf and Raffic Club condominiums on Amelia Island, Fernandina Beach. He stated that there were 3 other people in his room with guns. So as the communication officer talked to him, something just wasn't right. But we dispatched 4 deputies and a sergeant to that location. When the sergeant got on the scene, he actually made contact with the individual on his cell phone and trying to get him to come out. He said he would not come out. He had a .45 handgun with a lot of ammunition. He was going to barricade himself into the bathroom. So after about an hour, he would not come out. They contacted our special response team, which they deal with subjects that are barricaded in homes. While they were arriving, the deputies on the scene heard several gunshots that come from inside the residence. He was on the 6th floor and could not make contact with the individual anymore. When the SR team got there, they tried to make contact with him again to no avail. So they decided to go in the residence. So they busted in the door. He appeared at the front door with a handgun. They ordered him to drop it, and he ran back inside the condo. As 3 deputies went in the condo, he reappeared again with his handgun, told the deputies there to tell my daddy I love him, and y'all need to make sure you shoot me in the head. And he shot at the deputies, and that was certainly the wrong thing to do. He should expect to get shot, and he did. He got shot a lot, and he died there at the scene. 25-year-old white male, lived off and on there at the condo. I believe he's up from Connecticut area, and the FDLE is investigating the shooting, and they will be determining all the facts and then present that to the state attorney's office for a final disposition.
Did he purposely miss the deputies? Did anybody get hit?
I don't know what was in his mind at the time. It's hard to say, but obviously he wanted to get shot because that's exactly what he did.
Was that a shot towards the deputies, or was it just a shot maybe in the air towards the ground? Any idea?
Well, they said he shot at him, and did not hit them, thank God. But and they're all okay. But certainly something that no officer wants to go do, and something they had to do because he made them do that.
Can you confirm the suspect is Mr. Ralph Bailey?
I can't confirm a name yet. I'm waiting on FDLE to notify next of kin who is out of state. So once they do that, then we can get that name out.
This went on for a really long time. It seems like deputies did everything in their protocol or in their power to avoid the outcome.
We tried to get him to put his gun down and come out peacefully. He wouldn't do it, unfortunately. From the time he made the call to the time Nassau County Fire Rescue got there and pronounced him dead was a little over 3.5 hours. But that's an area that we really don't have a lot of issues. Surf and Racquet Club is kind of an upscale condominium, and but just proves it could happen anywhere.
Would you call this suicide by cop?
Some would say that. I don't know. I don't know what was in the individual's mind, but he actually should have known he was going to get shot if he shot at an officer.
Can you explain the thought process of not informing the media for about 11 hours after it happened?
Well, we had to gather the facts, and FDLE had to respond and make sure they investigate it properly. So we'll make sure we had everything before we notified the media. But usually people in the area would notify you before we would if they heard something.
Did you have to get everybody out of the building? I mean, it's the 6th floor.
Mm-hmm.
It's midnight, and all of a sudden I read from the press release, shots started going off once deputies arrived. So what did you have to do at that point?
We evacuated the floor above and below, and that floor as well, to make sure that nobody was in harm's way.
Were the residents scared, concerned?
Naturally, they were concerned, because that don't usually happen there, but we didn't hear anything out of them.
Did you have any history of mental health issues?
That I don't know. He had had some drug-related arrests in the past up in Connecticut. I don't know what those were, but
Do you know how many rounds he fired at officers?
as far as I know, just one, but he's fired several inside his condo.
Any idea how many of your deputies fired?
3. There were three of our SRT members had rifles.
Any idea how many rounds
They
they
were going
fired?
in. Do not know. They shot a bunch, but I don't know how many yet. We'll find that out.
What do you say to somebody, or some people who say, why did y'all have to go in the apartment, kick the door in? Couldn't y'all have just left them in there?
Well, when you hear all the shots, you don't know if there's other people in there or not. And then you don't make contact with him more. You don't know if he's killed himself or what, so you need to go in and check it out. And it's unfortunate. He did what he did, but it was his choice.
And it seems like this is just, like, I don't hear about standoffs happening in not Nassau County all that often.
It doesn't happen as often as other areas up here, but it does happen occasionally, unfortunately, everywhere. But we're blessed that we don't have issues that other counties do have, but we're growing, and we see those issues increasing.
And surely there, you know, you always have to look back and say, hindsight's 20/20. Maybe if we had known, we could have helped. Maybe we could have gotten this individual the help that they needed. What is your advice to the community as a whole? Now that we're in this era of guns and mental health awareness, what is your message to your community about being neighborly, I guess?
Well, this is an individual that lived there off and on. Not sure if a lot of people there actually knew him very well. But certainly if you know someone that's going through some issues, mental or otherwise, that if you can try to help them, try to get them the help. Of course, they would want to get help first, is the key. But there's some things, there's nothing you can do.
And I'm sure your deputies are relieved that they were able to go home to their families this morning.
Well, we are all relieved that they were not injured. They're here to protect our community, and they do it to the best of our ability. And sometimes things like this happen, and we have to be prepared to act. And that's just, we accept that. We take the oath to serve and protect your community. You could be in these situations at any moment. So they did their job.
Could you describe the suspect's weapon?
It was a .45 caliber handgun. It's several rounds of ammunition, clips in it, and available to use. So,
And is that
Was it an extended clip at all?
that I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Do you know how long he was in the apartment?
He had lived there off and on. I think his dad owned the condo, and I don't know where he worked yet. Not a whole lot about him, really.
Is the top floor of the condo reopened to residents, or will investigators be there the rest of the day? Do you?
FDLE is investigating it. As soon as they're through with their everything they need to gather, then it'll be opened back up.
Were there any other calls to this residence for this person, particular person?
We had one other call to this individual residence back at the end of February for a domestic dispute with another girl and her child. He wanted them out of this condo, and we responded, and they left peacefully, but there was any violence at that time. Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff.